time we had, groups of us would go out and collect fossils. The beach and cliff face was full of them, and we had fun trying to identify each new find.
For the adventurous lads, not to say that all were adventurous, a pioneering project was underway across the river mouth. It is a great deal different doing those knots out here than back at the headquarters. This lad will show you how it should be done.
Britannia, Britannia, you are cool. Take a trip. Britain's ever, ever, ever shall be. Hit me, hit me.
After the by now customary flag break, the Night Scouts were off again.
Once was a very famous man. On his famous horse he'd ride through the land. The people used to see him everywhere. When he died they put a statue in the square. Here comes the equestrian statue, prancing up and down the square. Little old lady stop and say, well, I declare. Once a month on the Friday there's a man with a mop and bucket in his hand. To him it's just another working day, so he whistles as he rubs and scrubs away. Here comes the equestrian statue, prancing up and down the square. Little old lady stop and say, well, I declare, it's a sight to bring you joy, you feel so gay. And it's guaranteed to brighten up your day, if it's grey.
On the east side of Golden Cap, we mounted our horses in turn. Most of the time the horse wanted to eat. Our cameraman found out how inconsiderate a horse can be when he and the horse were pushed over a slope by trampers, a horse well known for his temperament.
It's a sight to bring you joy, you feel so gay. And it's guaranteed to brighten up your day, if it's grey.
However, most of the time they were controllable, and it was great fun riding over the countryside.
And say, well, I declare, once a month on a Friday there's a man with a mop and bucket in his hand. To him it's just another working day, so he whistles as he rubs and scrubs away. Here comes the equestrian statue, prancing up and down the square. Little old lady stop and say, well, I declare, it's a sight to bring you joy, you feel so gay. And it's guaranteed.
Back on site, dinner was being prepared.
Regis had a surprise, as the troop was off for an evening fishing in the blue waters just off the coastline.
I see it all through my window, it seems, never failing like millions of bees. All life is wrong, no time to be wrong, only to do what can be done. Be out, be out.
In 3 small boats, the Armada sailed for the fishing ground. First we were given a lesson how to handle the hook and line, bait up and cast off. the silver mackerel was on our hooks and we found it difficult to land them. In all, 50 fish were caught. I think these shots would make a good advert, with no tales about the one that got away.
After the quartermaster had finished smoke signals to the Girl Guide camp over the hill, we set to a barbecue. This was the main event, with fish, pork, liver, tomatoes and beef burgers, plus the occasional burnt finger, make up the best meal of the camp. And were those beef burgers good? At the end of a week, inter-patrol sports were held. This involved bashing a tent peg,